Creation Science Evangelism presents Creation in Common Sense with Eric Hovind.
Welcome to Creation in Common Sense. I'm your host, Eric Hovind. Have there ever been any transitional forms? I mean, we're talking a fossil that shows transition from one kind of animal to another kind of animal. Well, evolutionists say there's been lots of them, but recently in the news there came out a new report of the transitional fossil that proves evolution. It's called Ida. Now, I don't know if it was really a transitional form or not, but we're going to talk about that with Luke Myers and Joshua Jocelyn. Luke, was Ida a transitional form?
Well, the media would have had you to believe that it was. It was called Darwinius maxillae. It was found over 25 years ago in Germany, and it wasn't until about 2 years ago that a team of paleontologists started studying it, looking for evidence of evolution. And guess what they found?
Evidence of evolution.
They found that we were looking for. There were a few differences between this particular skeleton, which by all appearances is a lemur, and regular lemurs, modern lemurs today. And this is all that there was. There was a few of its teeth were a little bit different. It was lacking one of the claws on the foot, called the grooming claw, and it also one of the bones in its ankle was resembled that in human ankles. And so they thought, with those three pieces of information, they came out with a huge press release. You might have remembered it on the news. At the American Museum of Natural History, they unveiled it and called it the missing link.
It's totally skipped peer review, just kind of went right through and became a sensationalist evidence of evolution, so to speak.
Right. And Sir David Attenborough went so far as to say that this represents the link that directly connects humans with the rest of the animal kingdom.
This is it. This is the missing link. I love it because evolutionists for years have said, there's lots of evidence of evolution. We don't need any more proof. We got lots of it. Then this comes out and they're like, we've got the evidence. Woo! I mean, they're loving this as evidence of evolution.
Well, there's a few problems though.
Okay, what are they?
Ida falls short on several counts. For example, there is no evidence at all that this set of bones had any children whatsoever. In fact, Steve Connor of the Independent News said this fossil most likely did not live past 9 months of age.
Yeah, so it didn't even have any kids.
It wasn't even mature enough.
So if it was the missing link, it ended right there.
Exactly.
Unless, of course, you believe in evolution when you would say that this represents a population, right?
Right, and even coming from that angle, if you're just saying, no, but still, if you look at it, it still looks like a transitional fossil, and we can count that as a transitional form. No, it doesn't. It has a little bit of variety, just like dogs sometimes vary a little bit from other dogs, but it's still a dog.
Chihuahuas and Great Danes.
This is a lemur.
Yeah.
Why can't we just call it a lemur and move on?
I don't know. Why do we call Chihuahuas dogs? I don't know.
In fact, there are many evolutionary publications that are now coming out and saying, in fact, we were wrong. This isn't a transitional fossil.
This didn't go peer reviewed.
But
this is not what we thought it was.
Now the damage has been done in the average American mind. They believe Ida was missing.
Yeah, and that's all they want is to put that seed of thought in there that, hey, Ida was the missing link. And in the people's minds, yep, evolution really is true.
Absolutely.
When in reality, it's not.
Yeah, New Scientist, 2009, May 21st, said that Ida does not even belong to the anthropoid family, which is apes. If anything, even if you do believe in evolution, she might be a distant cousin to apes or humans.
All that means to evolutionists is you got to draw a few more lines to connect her, but it's still proof.
So, but the problem is they're not going to point you to a retraction or anything like that. They're just going to kind of throw it in there and say, "Oh, by the way, that we weren't right. That wasn't."
Yeah, because Ida was front page news for how long? Now they find out, it's not really the missing link, and that's nice and quietly put in the subtitles.
It's kind of interesting. At the same time they were releasing this news, there was also a book coming out called The Link that had obviously not been written that day. It's been getting ready for this moment, and then also the BBC's documentary Discovering the Link. They all came out at the same time, and you kind of have to wonder whether this is more of an advertising campaign than an actual scientific endeavor.
Yeah, it was propaganda. It was a blasting propaganda campaign. They did their damage, didn't bother to really make a big deal out of their attraction story, but hey, it's sensationalism, it's evolutionism, it's not science.
Yeah, it is science, falsely so called.
Exactly.
You know, Timothy was warned in the Bible, in Timothy, avoid profane and vain babblings and oppositions of science, falsely so called. He said, hey, watch out for this. This was pure sensationalism. Hey, if you want to be armed the next time some sensationalism comes out in the evolution field, you might want to check out this book right here, The Evolution Handbook. It really goes through a lot of the information and the truth behind evolution. Of course, there's also our seminar series, which is about the same thickness, and it's 18 hours long, covers a ton of information on the creation evolution subject. You can watch that online for free on our website or get the DVDs if you want to watch it at home on your DVD player. Of course, we've also got the new DVD called Confronting Evolution now. Confronting Evolution, what we did is we took a half hour out of the first 4 episodes, the first 4 seminars out of the 7, and put them together, condensed it down, added an incredible salvation message on the end, then are making them available for 99 cents each. You can get them for 99 cents each on our website to hand out as tracts, and I would really encourage you to do that. We've got a lot of testimonies, haven't we? From people that have seen the seminar series or seen that DVD and said, wow, this was my stumbling block to coming to Christ. Now I've got no excuse. I need to come to Christ. It's absolutely amazing. Hey, thanks for joining us for Creation and Common Sense. I pray that you'll always use creation science for evangelism. God bless.